Good evening once again. I'm Ali Velshi, day 366 of the Biden administration. Today we learned that the January 6th committee is asking Ivanka Trump to voluntarily cooperate with its investigation. Its first attempt to seek information directly from a member of the former president's family. Today, House investigators sent her an 8-page letter full of never-before-seen details revealing the evidence that's been collected and the focus of their inquiry. The letter asks the former first daughter about her contact with her father during key moments when they were both in the White House as the Capitol was under siege. It cites one of those moments, saying, quote, "As January 6th approached, President Trump attempted on multiple occasions to persuade Vice President Pence to participate in his plan. One of the president's discussions with the vice president occurred by phone on the morning of January 6th. You were present in the Oval Office and observed at least one side of that telephone conversation," end quote. Ivanka Trump's efforts to get the former president to call off the attack on the Capitol are also under scrutiny. Testimony from Mike Pence's then National Security Advisor, Keith Kellogg, is also included in the letter. Here's one exchange. The committee asked him, quote, "Do you think that Ivanka Trump could help get President Trump to a place where he would make a statement to try and stop this?" Kellogg answered yes. The committee also asked, "So, you thought that Ivanka could get her father to do something about it?" Kellogg replied, "To take a course of action." Kellogg then went on to describe several attempts by Ivanka Trump to appeal to her father. The committee asked Kellogg, quote, "And so presumably the first time Ivanka Trump went in, it wasn't sufficient, or she wouldn't have had to go back at least one more time, I assume. Is that correct?" Kellogg responded, "Well, yes, ma'am. I think she went back in there because Ivanka can be pretty tenacious." The January 6th committee vice chair, Liz Cheney, gave something of a preview of this testimony earlier this month.
We know as he was sitting there in the dining room next to the Oval Office, members of his staff were pleading with him to go on television, to tell people to stop. We know members of his family. We know his daughter. We have firsthand testimony that his daughter Ivanka went in at least twice to ask him to please stop this violence.
The letter to Ivanka Trump also mentions the National Guard's eventual response to the violence on Capitol Hill. Lawmakers want to ask her whether her father gave any orders to deploy the Guard. The committee said it's found no evidence that he did. A spokesperson for Ivanka Trump released a statement that read, in part, quote, "As the committee already knows, Ivanka did not speak at the January 6th rally, as she publicly stated that day at 3:15 p.m. Any security breach or disrespect to our law enforcement is unacceptable. The violence must stop immediately. Please be peaceful." We should note that the committee's letter does not say she was at the rally. The same letter also revealed a previously unknown text from Fox News host Sean Hannity to Trump and to Trump's White House press secretary Kayleigh McEnany. The day after the riot, Hannity wrote, 1, no more stolen election talk. 2, yes, impeachment and 25th Amendment are real and many people will quit. In response, Ms. McEnany replied, "Love that. Thank you. That is the playbook. I will help reinforce." The former President Trump is now facing an escalating legal threat from the district attorney of Fulton County, Georgia. The DA, Fani Willis, requested a special grand jury on Thursday to aid her investigation into possible 2020 election interference by President Donald Trump. You might remember this infamous call that Trump made to Brad Raffensperger, who's Georgia's Secretary of State, in early 2021.
So, look, all I want to do is this. I just want to find 11,780 votes, which is one more than we have, because we won the state, and flipping the state is a great testament to our country.
Trump, of course, did not win the election in Georgia. Today, the former president responded to the DA's request with this statement that read in part, quote, "My phone call to the Secretary of State of Georgia was perfect, perhaps even more so than my call with the Ukrainian president, if that's possible." Well, there's also new reporting today about Rudy Giuliani's involvement in the effort to overturn the 2020 election. The Washington Post reports he oversaw a Trump campaign plan to put forward fake electors in at least 5 states that Biden won. According to the Post, Giuliani worked to replace electors who were unwilling to go along with the plan.